then this one.
Oh shit, this one?
Yes, that one.
Oh god, I hope everything was okay.
Refresh the page. I don't know. Maybe we haven't started streaming yet.
Hasn't started yet.
Okay.
Hasn't started yet.
We'll have to make sure it hasn't gone live on Red's page.
I know, right?
Oh, there we go.
Are we live? We live?
Are we alive?
We're alive.
Yeah, we are. Look, I retweeted it.
Hey!
Oh my god, there's an ad.
That is a horrible font, by the way.
What's...
Oh, the font.
Oh, wait, it's because...
I'm Grif.
You gotta fix that.
Why would
that's your
I don't know.
You just gotta move the window that's in front of it.
What the hell?
It's not in front of it, it's over there.
Yeah.
The fuck is going on? All the technical problems. This is what happens when you try to do the podcast from somewhere that's not home.
I know, right?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, Vald, how are you?
Where is it?
May I?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You
Red to the rescue. Red's over here. Lean over and say hey, Red.
There you go.
I
He's
just
not
did
gonna do
that.
it.
And of course it's linked with boobies, so...
Right? Right?
What's up, guys?
No, wrong one!
You fucking...
There!
Seriously?
Oh
I
my
just
God.
noticed you had that on your head.
There. We're
Yep.
good. We are good.
Oh
We are alive.
Sorry. Okay, how does it sound? We'll get started once we figure
Yeah,
out what
Red,
the
how
fuck
does
it
it
sounds
sound?
like.
I'm listening.
You can't stop laughing.
Oh my sweet Jesus. Get rid of this ad.
Yes, close the ad.
Okay.
This is what we get. You
Is
can
that
pause
right?
that video.
That's red
You
right
guys-
there.
You guys sound good.
Okay,
Alright,
I'm
we're
gonna
good?
pause
We're
that
good?
video.
Alright.
Oh my god, is that Red? Red, why don't you lean over and say
No,
I
hey?
lean.
lean. See, there he is right there.
Jesus.
Stop it.
Alright,
Yes,
so
Ollie, it's
I'll
red.
keep him
Calm down.
covered and then damn. I was gonna be like Alright. Alright, welcome to the Infinite Respawn Podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
Alright, now that we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
We're
The order
obviously
doesn't
not at
change
home.
just because you're in the same room, dude.
I just want to
Come
be
on.
like,
Ladies first, get out of my way.
yeah, everybody move.
But technically, she's chicken right now, according to the screen.
I know, my
Our names are
lifelong
backwards.
dream.
Or, there, our names are backwards.
Where are you guys? Fill us up with what's going on. Alright, well,
Fill
that's
us
not
up.
what I was expecting to start
Red,
with.
you're up.
My nips! My nips!
Oh my god. Alright.
This is how the whole show is gonna be. It's gonna be a train wreck. We're at Red's house.
Yes.
Because Chicken and I are out of town. We're taking care of
They
some.
made me watch some game porn or some shit. I don't know.
It wasn't porn. It was only things that you can't see on Twitch. That's
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, I don't know if I would go with game though. That's really like you have to use that term loosely.
You're
We're talking
using
about.
a
Yeah, like
mouse
everybody
to
in that
scrub a
show.
body of a man.
We're talking about a game called Rinse and Repeat.
Please
and
be careful when looking it up. Please.
You're-
I'm warning you now. Like, I don't warn for very
I can
much,
send you
but
a link right now if you would like.
please.
Yeah, link it in chat. There's a video of a guy playing it, and basically you're a dude in a shower, like a public shower, and another guy with sunglasses for some reason comes in
and
and
cool music. You
yeah,
know that?
and you have to scrub him,
Like walking down
you know,
the beach.
appropriately. Like, you know, can you get my nips? Is part of
Oh my
the
God.
dialogue.
That's
Great
really
too,
what
he
you have
walks
to-
in. He's got like sunglasses with aviators from
Yeah.
like 1987.
His
in
mouth
the shower.
moves
And it's
like,
the music's like,
yeah, that's like straight up.
You know,
porn.
and then a fucking disco ball drops from the ceiling. All the lights.
The dude-
in there.
by the
Dudes in
way,
the background are making out.
The
Oh my
creator
God.
of the game is super pissed that it's banned on Twitch, by the way. Because, oh my god, my art and my artistic vision for this, I can't believe you will let me show it, but you'll let things like Quiet from Metal Gear Solid be okay. Well, yeah, I mean, your entire game is based around scrubbing a dude that you don't know in a shower. I don't really
With
know
an
how
oddly
artistic
deformed
that is.
hand.
Yeah, your hand's all
Yeah.
like fucked up.
With soap.
Yeah.
Let me scrub you, my friend.
Scrub you, my
Scrub them nips harder.
That's what he says too. I mean, come on, don't be so gentle. Get it harder.
dude likes being scrubbed really hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Could you get my nips? I need my nips done.
Oh my.
Yes. I was like, can you not reach them? I mean, what's wrong with your whatever?
And the thing
Have you
whatever.
seen his
it's
hands
not
are like-
okay, let me scrub your nips and just go boop, boop, done. No, it's
Yeah. Get in
5
there.
minutes later, aim of scrubbing his nip.
Oh my goodness.
I can't reach my abs.
Oh
And the
my
ending
goodness.
is like really weird and surreal. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up.
Yes.
It feels like ages since we've talked to you guys, too. We've only been gone since, like, what, Thursday was your last stream? It's Sunday. I'm like, where's all my friends? Oh, no. What?
I know. But we'll be
I
back
got the vault because we
next
played
Sunday.
Destiny.
Crack. So I guess that's what you've been doing, Destiny. Crack.
That's not the only thing I've been doing. Thank you very much. FIFA 16 came out this week.
Oh,
That's
my
crack.
God. Oh, my God.
FIFA 16, which is fantastic. It is they upped the defense, which fucking sucks ass because it's so difficult to fight against, but it's still fun. And the women's part of it is really, really good. So that part of it, I totally recommend it for people that are FIFA fans to play the game and go through. And just so everybody knows, EA lied. Go figure.
Oh, big
What?
surprise. What?
No! You can't be serious.
They made this statement, and I'm not kidding. Because what happens when you're loading in FIFA for the first time, they usually pull up El Clasico, which is Real Madrid versus Barcelona. It's a big game that's in the soccer world, and so you get to play against. And since their main person on the cover is Messi, who plays for Barcelona, that's part of the reason that's in there too. Well, that's the first game you play, and it took me a little bit to get used to it. It was kind of difficult to play, but I got through and played it, and it was pretty awesome. And I was like, hey, this is pretty neat. You know, I can play through the game. Awesome. Well, then I go, hey, I want to play a women's game. And if you remember, EA said the women's game is going to be more precise and slower. Fucking liars. It was so fast. Like, they were passing the ball around every which direction so quickly, and I was so upset about it, but it's all right. I lost 2-0 to Canada, and I was in the U.S. and if it wasn't for Hope Solo, I would have lost 10-0. I'm not kidding. They took 10 shots on goal, and she made some awesome saves, and I took 1 shot on goal the whole game. It was so much different playing the women's game than it is the men's game. But I did get to find out what they ended up doing. One of the questions that we had asked once before on the podcast was, are they going to base the ratings of the women off of women, or are they going to base them off men? Well, the good thing is the men and the women can't play each other, just like they don't in real life. So they based them off of the actual women's ratings that are on there. So a lot of the U.S. team is, like 90s and stuff like that. But it's pretty awesome. I enjoyed it. And then I've played Destiny. And then I also picked up 2 games for $20 each, and I haven't played them yet, which is Saints Row 4. The definitive edition.
This is the 3rd time you've purchased it?
2nd time I've purchased it. Thank you very much. First time's on PC. And then I went ahead and got Sunset Overdrive for $20. Actually, $17. Actually,
Ooh.
I started playing that
Who'd
again.
you beat up and steal that from?
It's great.
it was on It was at GameStop. Actually, I went in and it was in the pre-owned. But like, if you get brand new, it's $22 right now, I think.
Yeah.
So
definitely invest in that game. It's worth it. Like I said, I started playing it again.
This game is worth it.
Yeah.
It's like the only game you walk in, you're like, this isn't enough. Take my money.
This isn't enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking. Hey, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It takes a minute to get used to it. Like, I popped back into a game that I was, like halfway through or whatnot. I was through it again. But, I was like, oh man, I forgot how to do all of this stuff. And you play it for about 15 minutes and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why it's fun to move and shoot things. And yeah, it gets crazy. I love it. That game is amazing. There needs to be a sequel so that I can continue to play it. I just need to live in that world some more. Yeah.
No, nobody else but Grif.
A specific Grif sequel.
Agree. Yes, specific to me. So, I mean, everything's already orange, so that's good. And yeah. I mean, I don't even have anything to change about it. Like, what can we do to make the sequel better?
Make it bigger.
Yeah, make it bigger. There, that's it. That's the only...
Explosions.
There you go.
Grappling hook.
Grappling, but do you really need it? You can jump on everything.
Give it grappling hook and make the city taller.
The city's already really tall,
No,
though.
it's not.
Yes, it
It's
is.
like very kind of landscapey. I'm talking about like skyscrapers.
There are skyscrapers. Several of the missions make you freaking figure out how to climb them.
Like when you can scale them.
No, but you'd have the... First of all,
I
you've
know
got the
there's
harpoon
one mission
mechanic.
that you have to go back and forth and climb all the way
Yeah.
up, but that's the only mission I can think of. That's
No,
really,
I
really
just played
tall.
2 before we left.
Then
Don't
what
question
else?
me on this. Who knows more about this game than...
I'll play it again. I'll play it again. I'll play it again so that I can argue properly.
That's fine, but I did 2.
All right, so we're holding on to the argument until after he's played a second
There you
time.
go. There you go. And then I'm going to come back and be like, so, ready to get schooled?
I'll be like, yeah, somebody getting schooled. You.
Come on, I'm waiting. You be waiting. I'm back for you.
Obviously, based on looking at our actual feed that's going on here, obviously Chicken is the one that has more knowledge about this, because that's the one with the name underneath it. It's driving me crazy.
I know. Right?
Yeah, I know. It's killing me. Trust me.
See, you gotta believe me. I'm Grif. You're Chicken. You're the bad one today.
Okay, now I'm Grif, and
I'll be Chicken.
this is why we can't sit together when we actually do the podcast at home.
No.
It's too much abuse.
Yeah, she doesn't like me.
Plus, if we were sitting together
likes
at
to make
home,
him
then you
run
could
into
see
the door an awful lot.
red.
Oh, what, you trying to...
Yeah, you can see red.
It's like, hey.
Motherfucker's
hey.
hiding. He's been sick all week, though. Everybody feel bad for Red. He's been sick.
Please don't.
Hi,
Sorry.
Red.
Stay there.
Baka, what have you been playing?
I did a little bit of Ark. Other than that, I've been playing with my new camera.
Art.
I've been trying to figure out like everything, how it works and how to record, and playing with the pictures and the settings, and that way I can hopefully at some point today try to start doing test little filmings for like putting together Gundam models.
Oh, yeah. You definitely need to do that. And painting. Your painting
Yes,
models
for sure.
is worth a watch. That's for sure.
I gotta wait till I get paid again so I can go get some more primer. The last primer can kind of exploded.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's not cool.
good.
Mike is over there going, how can I make this explode? Oh, no, it exploded.
You're not
How
supposed
can I
to
make
do
this
that.
spray better? Bam!
Well,
Not that way.
Not that way.
I don't know. It just... Sorry. I guess...
Exploding paint cans.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's just kind of what happens when you leave it in a really hot area for a while, and yeah.
Is it still September?
Is it still September? Yes.
It
Why?
used to be November already.
Why?
Fallout 4.
Oh, yes. Nathan Drake collection too, right? Or is that next month?
I think that comes out, well,
That's next month.
Okay.
next month, October?
Yes.
Okay. We're so close
Next
to
month,
October.
October.
We're so close to October, it might as well be October.
Fallout 4 and Tomb Raider come out on the same day.
Yeah. That's an interesting choice.
Fallout 4 is going to win. In that
Yeah,
sales
Fallout 4 will
department.
probably
I
sell
mean,
more that day. It's just
Yeah,
everybody's
they're gonna sell more. Well, they're on all the consoles too, versus
Yeah,
one
that's
that's just
true.
on one platform.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, so it's an exclusive that's on there.
Did
but
you see the file size for Fallout 4?
Oh my goodness.
Like,
finally,
they released the Xbox One file size for it. And
Finally, a company that does it right.
yeah. Everything else has been like 40, 50 gigs and whatnot. 28 gigs, all of Fallout 4. Big, open world RPG. Lots of stuff to do, lots of side quests. 28 gigs.
optimized.
Proper compression.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Why can't other companies do this? It's just like they don't even want to waste the effort on it. It's like, why would we do that? It's like,
Because I
Bethesda
don't have a bajillion
understands.
places to put things.
Bethesda understands that it's like, all right.
I
Compress
did
it.
get a 5 terabyte drive, and when I hooked it up to mine,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done doing all that stuff, so I'm gonna start loading all my games back onto the Xbox One, so I have them. Because it's like, as soon as I finish one, I can't go back and I don't go back and do any of the extra stuff that's on there because I have to delete it and play something else. And it's just kind of like, but if I want to go back to the game, now I've got to load it back onto it. This way I can at least keep them for a little while. So it's pretty nice.
You
I
cannot
like
type
that.
quietly with that. I see
I
you
know.
trying.
I'm trying. This
Red's
thing
got a
is-
mechanical keyboard,
This
and you
keyboard is
cannot
like-
be quiet with it. Like, you just can't.
It's like, how you do? Click, 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 click.
So sorry for the audio people who are like, what the fuck is that clicking every once in a while? That would be typing.
Yeah, every time you go to type, it's like loading up the fucking automatic. All right, I'm sorry. Everyone looks at you. You're like, I'm not typing.
I mean, Red's stuff is all in here, and he was playing Ark last night, and I was laying down, and I was like, I'll just go ahead and go to bed and let the boys, talk and whatnot. And it's like, nope, you can't sleep over that. You can't.
So now, is the Nathan Drake collection, you were talking about that just a minute ago. And
Want.
yeah, I know you want it. So you're looking at getting a PS4, right? Just for that?
I mean,
we'll have to see.
it depends.
goes.
This trip that we're on right now was completely
Yeah.
unexpected, so that may completely cut the legs out from under the plan to get a PS4 anytime soon.
Fair enough. So I guess my question on this one is, are you excited about the fact that PS4 is finally getting a Twitch app?
That'd be nice.
I mean, I don't really use
Because
the Twitch app
She
on my
doesn't
Xbox,
use Twitch
so
on Xbox anyway, but I do. I like it.
I watch Twitch pretty much exclusively on PCs. I mean, I know I can put it on my phone and whatnot, but I just don't.
Yeah, the only thing that I like is the fact that if I can put it on my Xbox One, then I can actually, go in and watch and type at the same time versus a phone where if you're in the part where you have the chat, you can't see anything else. So it's kind of annoying. But I don't know. I think it's kind of neat going with that on there, because what's drove me crazy is the fact that if you wanted to watch a game being played, it had to be a PS4 exclusive in order to be able to watch it before on a PS4. And now they're giving us the actual option to be able to watch anybody on any game that's playing. So I thought that was kind of neat that they've come up with that. And so
I mean, I'm sure that a lot of the PS4 people are going to be really excited about it. And I'm glad that they're getting it. I mean, yay. I'm sad that it took
so long to get it.
8 months longer than it did for Xbox One. How long has Xbox had theirs?
Hasn't Xbox had theirs since release?
No.
It wasn't a release.
It was 3 months after release.
How long
so...
It was 3 months after it was released that they had it. And because it was... because if you remember... The thing with the PS4, it was immediately available to be able to do Twitch right afterwards and be able to stream directly after that.
Right.
Gotcha.
But that's because it's actually in the hardware itself. It's part of the regular programming for the PS4 to have it in the system. Versus Twitch created the app for the Xbox One because Microsoft actually went to them and said, we need an app for Twitch to be able to... and we want you to be able to off your knowledge, be able to create something that's going to work best with your system, which is why Xbox One has actually had less problems with theirs than PS4 did at the beginning. So, and then with the PlayStation 4, now you're people are starting to kind of lean that direction on stuff. So it's kind of neat that they've created it, because there's a lot of people that bought into the PS4 to start with because they had that Twitch option. So. What are you all laughing at?
Sorry, the Twitch chat.
Fucking chat, man. It's
it gets confusing since I'm signed in, or we're signed into Red's Twitch account, and he's over there signed into it. So it's like, I'll type something because I like to be interactive with the chat, and then it's like, it was Grif, or maybe it wasn't.
Or is
maybe you need just like an asterisk before you type in, so that way we always if it's the asterisk one, it's always Grif. Now Red's in on it. Now he's gonna turn around and put an asterisk before he
Nope, I know how to fix this.
Are you gonna sign into a different account?
Oh, yeah, the Nacho Bel Grande.
Oh,
sorry.
My goodness.
This is why Red can't usually be on the podcast too, because it's way too easy for me to get distracted by Red.
Yeah, I know, right?
We turn
He's
into
like a
children
walking
when we're around
distraction.
each other.
I'm not sure that was Grif. The punctuation was missing. Nice.
There you go. That's how you know whether or not everything is
There it goes. There it is.
It's like
Ariana
the
Nacho
biggest
Bel
name
Grande.
in Twitch history.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty long ones, like paragraphs.
Paragraphs. Oh, jeez. Okay, sorry about that. I mean, I'm
Leave it to Red to have
serious.
a freaking food item off Taco Bell for a name.
Yeah.
It's come on,
Now
it's
I'm hungry,
Ariana
you
Nacho
son
Bel
of a
Grande.
bitch. I'm so hungry now.
Food.
All
All right.
I did use the last of my bourbon too, and I'm very upset about that.
We can't have alcohol right now because we have a bunch of stuff to take care of after the show, and I have to drive. So, pop.
Y'all driving back now?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No, we're gonna be here for a little while. There's a lot of shit to take care of, but
I was about to say, I was like, okay.
no, I have to drive us somewhere that's not Red's house after this.
Okay.
So,
That is not
Fantastic.
Red's house.
and considering that they don't believe in left turns here, I have to be able to pay attention to the road because fucking A, I'll never get anywhere.
Don't you judge the North.
Left turns. What's that?
Oh, we'll judge. We'll judge the north.
You have to fucking
buddy.
go and like hit U-turns. Like you can't turn left, so you have to go right, find a U-turn, and turn around and go back the way you wanted. Cause left turns are just dumb.
What are left turns again?
What are left turns?
Yeah.
Get out.
Really?
Been out of the south too
Unless it's
long.
NASCAR, you're making a right.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that,
I
but
think
unless
they
it's
can hear it a little
NASCAR,
Yeah.
yeah, you're making it right. Sorry, what do we want to talk about from the new stuff? I'm just crying over here.
Oh my
It'll be
god.
good.
Bigfoot. Oh my goodness.
You want to talk about Bigfoot?
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Oh,
about
I'm
Bigfoot.
working on unlock that right now.
Oh, you need to. Oh my goodness.
In
I want to
GTA
be
5,
Bigfoot and fucking punch cops.
in GTA 5, we have found out that you can now be Bigfoot. It is part of a hallucination, but you're fucking Bigfoot, and I think you're like immortal as Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I think you just live forever.
Like, you don't take, like, the video that we watched, he's just getting pelted with shotguns, helicopters coming in, SWAT, and Bigfoot's just standing like running up and punching SWAT team members, and he just can't do anything. It's like, oh no, messing with Sasquatch has finally turned against us. So, I mean, there's nothing they can do. It's really
And
funny.
he can drive, and he can use a shotgun.
And assault
Yeah.
rifles. Oh my
Bigfoot
goodness.
with a shotgun was really funny. Like, funnier than it should have been, because it's just big. I mean, like, you get that it's just a character mod and everything. Roundabouts, we have those too. I hate them.
Yeah, roundabouts. Stupid inventions.
Snitty is going to refer to me as Griff Rings for the rest of the show. Sorry.
Stop looking at me.
I'm not looking at you. I'm just leaning over towards Griff.
He's just leaning over because he likes me occasionally. Also,
we have small roundabouts. We don't have a whole lot of them in
Yeah.
the area that we're at. But now,
our roundabouts are a joke.
but you know, Wraith is right. Like, you go over to like England or Ireland or somewhere like that, they're everywhere.
yeah,
Like, all of their roads are figure eights.
it's a European
But hey,
thing.
but at least you can turn, you know, a direction. So it's like you're going around the roundabout, yes, but you end up going you actually turn another direction. So you can go around the roundabout left in our particular case and turn right when you get to that particular part, versus having to drive down the fucking street
Yes.
and making a U-turn.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but what part of driving does make sense? Or
All of it.
or
All of it,
infrastructure.
all of it, Mr. Non-Driving Boy. All of it. Does.
Is that red in the background? Yes, welcome to the party, mortal. That is red in the background.
Yeah.
We're at Red's house.
Yes.
We should just like update that every 15 minutes. We'll be like, by the way, we're at Red's house.
Go ahead and fill it in at Nightbot.
Nightbot has been MIA because I have not been able to take control of him. So I'm sorry,
Oh
guys.
yeah, I didn't even realize Nightbot wasn't in the channel right now. Oops, oh well. Sorry guys.
Yeah, Nightbot has not been around, so
Why
sorry.
can't you take control of it?
You could log into it.
We just
and
haven't
watch him,
been-
but I'm usually
Oh,
the only
okay.
one that messes with him.
Slowpoke. Oh my god. Oh, you're in the way of his beefcake, chicken.
I'm
God.
the beefcake. Ollie better get used to this. This beefcake.
Oh my god. One of the things I thought was interesting this week, I'm gonna veer back to gaming so we're not talking about beefcakes all day, because we will be. What do you guys think about...
Especially with all the beefcakes that are in this stream. Boom!
Oh yeah.
I think we're gonna have to, like, there has to be a beefcake Twitch or chat command for Nightbot when we get back.
Beefcake.
Beefcake.
Beefcake!
Which flavor of beefcake do you want?
Oh, wow. I was thinking more, how do you like yours cooked? Rare, medium rare?
Whoa.
All right.
Get out. Okay.
We're talking about meat. Ivy might get
Oh
so
boy.
much.
All right.
Baka's all slipping away.
We're gonna get back on topic here. I'm gonna take control of this.
Do it. Get
Do it,
the
girl.
steering wheel.
Black Ops 3, no campaign if you're playing on last gen. So 360, PS3, no campaign, $10
It's
less.
basically a half. You're
Only
you're basically
$10?
getting half a game.
Yep.
Yeah, you're getting nothing
that.
but the multiplayer, and they're cutting out. There's like a custom paint shop that the newer consoles will get, and you're not gonna get that either. So you're just getting the 1 to 4 multiplayer online. That's it. Because according to Activision, as we all know, our Lord and Savior is Activision, who are so benevolent and brilliant and full of shit. They said that the campaign is so full and expansive and high-tech and hardcore that the last-gen hardware cannot run it. So, they're only going to give you the multiplayer, but it'll be $49.99 instead of $59.99 because the multiplayer, the campaign's only worth goddamn $10.
Okay, but hold on.
But it's so
I'm gonna play
expensive
devil's
and
advocate at this
innovative.
particular point.
Okay.
Hold on. Does that include the season pass with that $49.99?
No.
I don't
Fuck
think
them.
So.
It's simple and easy on that one. No.
I don't
Because
know.
like you could justify it and you say, okay, we're giving you a full game for the next generation. We are giving you a full multiplayer experience for the last generation because we can't fit the other one on there. So you're getting the season pass along with that. But
Nope.
they're not doing that.
You want to know what they are going to give you as a bonus, last gen people? You're going to get the first Black Ops. You can download it for free with your $49.99 purchase.
That already.
So, yeah, you're getting a game that's already on your console that you could probably go out and buy for probably $10 or so at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
it doesn't look
okay.
Yeah.
Activision! I mean, why? Why would you do that? Who's going to think that that's a great idea? And Call of Duty players, the sad thing is the last gen people are probably going to buy it because what do you play it for? You play it for the multiplayer, so who cares?
Yeah.
We didn't play the campaign anyway.
Yeah. And as
We made fun of Titanfall, but god damn it, we're gonna give you the same damn thing, except without
Right.
big robots.
Yeah. Damn it. Big robots,
Because,
though.
robots are stupid to everyone else. Bastards.
I don't know. I think it's weird. Why would you not want to do that? Why would you not want your campaign? Why would you not want the option for a campaign? And why would you pay $50 for just the multiplayer?
Why wouldn't you just take it off of the old gen? And,
Right?
I mean, there are plenty of games that are forcing people
Because
to
they
upgrade
know they'll
anyway.
make the money.
Yeah,
They
I guess
know
that's
they'll
true. They're
make
like,
the
hey, our
money.
big seller for these games is the multiplayer.
So why not just sell them the multiplayer?
Let's just get rid of it. And as Red asked, are they using a new engine? I don't think so. I think
No,
it's
I
the
didn't see
same...
anything that said that they had an updated engine or anything
Yeah,
that was
I'm
going to
sure
be...
that they're just using the same engine, but it's probably just not available on previous generation.
Well,
know?
but I think part of the deal is too I mean I think we all of us know that everything's being pushed to the next generation and that the newer generations of games and everything else that's on there. I mean, you're 2 years into the iteration. Most of them said that it would last 5 years is the most they would really support. So I agree in the fact that they just need to get rid of the old generation on this particular game. It's like if you want to force people to buy something, your game and a new console, you give them Call of Duty on a new console, and you go, that's the only way you can get it. And it's like, and I hate to be that way because it sounds like an elitist attitude of fuck the old generation, but at the same time, I still play my 360 and my PS3.
Well, I mean, if you know you're not getting the full experience on your old generation, like, don't waste your money on it. I mean, and I know the flip side of that argument is, well, if I feel like I'm going to get my money's worth out of multiplayer, why shouldn't I have access to it? So I know there's two sides to that, and it's very, it's a weird slope to be on, but I guess they're going to make headway with that, and it'll probably sell. Like, it'll be fine. Like Mortal say, most don't play the campaign anyway. I am well aware most don't play the campaign anyway. It's just one of the things where it's like, if it's that high tech for the campaign, how much are you dumbing down for the multiplayer, though? What's new about this multiplayer as opposed to the last Black Ops multiplayer or the Advanced War multiplayer or any of the other ones? Why do you need another one if it's that similar?
Well, here's the thing is, like, with Advanced Warfare, I actually believe it was different than the previous iterations. I don't believe this one's going to be different than Advanced Warfare based on the fact that they've created enhancements and did everything else in the game.
Yeah. So
how much different can the actual multiplayer be versus Advanced Warfare? And I think that's, I've got a friend of mine that is an absolute diehard Call of Duty fan. He did not buy Advanced Warfare because to him it was Halo, because basically you're giving him a bunch of attachments to the regular person.
Yeah, like the super jump and the stuff like that. Threat grenades.
And it's the same thing with Black Ops 3. He said this is the second year in a row he's not buying a Call of Duty game. And it's because of the fact that he believes with Black Ops 2 was the last of those style of games. And I think that there is a player base that's very similar thought process-wise to him, that they're not just sheep and go out and buy every time a Call of Duty comes out. But I'm not buying Black Ops 3, but I liked Advanced Warfare. I thought it was a fun game to play, in which I'm a campaign guy. I enjoyed the campaign. Was it the greatest campaign on the planet? No. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Ghosts. I didn't like the multiplayer in Ghosts, but I did like the multiplayer in Advanced Warfare. So I think that, everybody has their own, the way that they play Call of Duty, because it is one of the best known brands. But I think Activision's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
established that.
Yeah, I mean they're just dumb, and it's like well, it worked for Destiny. I mean that's the thought process I've got in my head right now. But
It
you know
worked
what?
for Destiny.
But here's the thing: is like with Destiny, and I was talking to Vault about this the other day while we were playing. With Destiny, the thing about it is when we're playing the game, we're playing through a campaign. Now, whether we like the campaign or not, we're still playing through the campaign most of the time, unless you're a Crucible fan. So you're advancing a storyline. So you're continuing to advance a storyline. Versus Call of Duty, here's your multiplayer, and that's all I'm giving you. And I think that, you know, the MMO version of a first-person shooter that you're currently getting is fantastic, but I paid for a $60 game. That's what I'm telling you right now. I'm playing Taken King. I'm currently, or a Destiny Taken King version, and I'm currently through most of the House of Wolves. I think the only thing I have to do is a House of Glass raid that's on there, and then I can move on to the Taken King part of it. So I guess my question is, where is Activision taking their company? They can't base everything off of, it's like before they did Activision based Destiny off of Call of Duty. Now what do they do with it? So we'll see from there.
If they released, and I'll gladly say this, if Bungie released Destiny the way it came out with the $60 bundle, it'd probably be one of the greatest games that they released. It has quite a bit of meat to it. It's got a decent mechanic system. It's got a lot of good stuff to it. But they just gave us a little bit and then kind of fed us as we got, and then we got a good game.
Well, Luke Smith talked about in an interview this week that they knew the light system was flawed when they launched it. And it's like, why? And
then they wanted to wait until the Taken
You
King.
mean the big speaker for Bungie came out and said that it was
something
flawed?
was wrong with it? I know, right?
Yeah.
But it's why would you launch it with something that you felt was subpar anyway? And I understand launch deadlines and everything like that, but seriously, what, did the light system come up at the last minute and you're like, oh,
just throw
light
it in
system,
there.
Fuck it, whatever.
There we go.
Here we go with the Destiny hate. Okay, fine. How about this? Everybody, we've all talked about how much we don't like Destiny. What's one thing you do like about Destiny? Go.
The PvP.
The PvP is great. The multiplayer is fun. Like, once you're cap level and you've got some stuff to compete with,
I hate having to be forced to buy it over and over again. But, I mean...
that's wrong, though.
Yeah,
the positive side of it.
Yeah, the positive side, the mechanics are fantastic. The gear is pretty good. Some of the unique weapons are really neat. Like the universal remote, which I think it was primary.
Primary shotgun?
I thought it was a primary shotgun. Like, I love the PvP in it. It was very good. The mechanics were really good, too. Like, having an RPG first-person shooter, the only other game that I can think of in that retrospect is Borderlands. Like, that's the only other RPG first-person shooter that I can think of. Am I wrong? Is there another one?
It's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, and in comparison, this game did fantastic. Like, it was absolutely done. It's kind of like... the evolution from what Diablo 2 did Diablo 3, where they give you all of the talents and then you get to constantly rebuild yourself according to how you need to be built, which is awesome. I mean, I like that. You kind of have the freedom to kind of rebuild yourself every time you go into a new combat phase or a new fight. You could just like, all right, I don't need this anymore. I need this. I don't need that. I need this. I don't need that. I need this.
Yeah,
I need a different
prioritize stuff.
I need a different type of grenade mod. I need a different type of that. The skill tree was really good. The PvP was really good. I mean, it was an all-around good game. So,
well, and I like right now I'm enjoying playing through the game with my friends. I think from a social aspect, it's a very good game.
Yes.
I think I actually enjoy the campaign, and in this particular case, Grif and I have had this argument before. A lot of times, I don't like playing through a campaign at all with people. I like going through and enjoying the experience and everything by myself. But in this particular case, I think they designed it to be with people. So I think that's a difference in the game. I think that one of the things that they've done differently now is the fact that with the Taken King aspect of it, from what I'm getting from everybody else, is that they've continued to add on. And I think that it might have been Howard that I was playing with the other night. It was Howard, Ivy, and Vald and I were all playing. And Howard made the comment that he feels like that for a year they'd been playing a beta until the Taken King came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've even talked about that too.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Yeah, you paid $60 to get into the beta, and then another $20 to add on to it for 2 expansions.
Yeah, and it's just like,
But aren't
and
we
now,
staying on positive side?
yeah, but I mean, it's like he felt like he was playing a beta, and now he feels like that he's playing the full game.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think that they released the game to be a money cow, but they did it the wrong way.
I think
Like,
a lot
if
of games are going to go towards that, though, because they see mobile games are making a lot of money that way. Like, I mean, pay to win and pay to upgrade and all of this stuff like that. And I think console games, and even to another extent probably PC games as well, microtransactions are going to be a thing, and it's so that they can make the money that mobile games are making. I mean, mobile games make a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, but if you do it the right way, free to play is absolutely amazing. Like, as long as you do cosmetic, free to play.
Well,
As
I mean,
long as
look
you
at
do
League of
cosmetic-
Legends and Dota and games like that you play. I mean, they're free to play games.
Yep.
Exactly. They make millions. Millions.
What's the other one? The campaign part of it that I even enjoy. Damn, I can't even think of the name of it.
I have no idea.
I'm on my Mac, so it won't pop up. I can't think of the name of it.
Magic the Gathering is what Red just put in, or
Yeah,
Ariana
the
Nacho
Magic
Bel
Duels.
Grande, which is Red.
Yes.
Nacho Bill.
Dirty Bomb is really good too. People want to say it's pay to win, but it's not. So I mean, they did that one. They're kind of balancing their free
Yeah,
to
I
play.
mean, me and
features.
Chicken have done pretty well in the games without paying for anything.
Exactly. I mean, you could kill anybody with all your weapons. It's just that you get a few more bonuses with different loadouts, and that's about it. You're pretty much on even footing with everybody. They're not going to get like aimbot if they pay $50. I mean, I could sit there and peck
Can I
somebody
pay for
off,
aimbot?
or they're not going to get like 50 extra armor or anything like that. Like the mercs, you can buy, but their stats are the same if you buy them with stats and whatnot.
APB, you and I were talking about that the other day, about how the pay scale on that one completely killed the game.
Oh my goodness. The way it worked is if you had to buy weapons to rent them with real money, or you could, and if you bought them, you could rent them, I think, longer than you could with in-game currency. It took a lot of in-game currency to rent a weapon for like a week, and then you had to hope that you could win back enough to basically make the weapon pay for itself, and then have some more left over to rent something else, or else you were just spending all your currency renting the same weapon over and over
Doesn't
again.
make any fucking sense. Who rents guns?
With somebody else who uses money, just drops in, picks up the best weapon, pops you in the face, and makes oodles and oodles, and then he's got the best car, the best weapon, best armor, and you're just like, but my weapon. It doesn't matter. I've spent $500 and you ain't gonna do anything. But I spent 500 hours
But I
getting this
shot you
weapon.
in the face. It doesn't matter. I have special armor that entitles me not to be dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd
like
rather you not have that special armor so that I could, beat you in the face repeatedly for your
Yes.
stupidity.
But they
Thanks for
do
playing,
need
asshole.
to properly balance.
What are you reading? What Mortal said?
Yeah, what do you think, if it wasn't discussed as of yet, about Sony's VR going to be priced as a new system? Does it hook up to your old system?
Yeah, I think it hooks into your
It needs the PlayStation
PS4,
4?
but it's gonna cost as much as a new console.
Fuck that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck that.
I'm sorry. I don't. As a consumer, I don't have that kind of money to spend.
I don't know if we're there yet with VR enough to justify that price tag.
Yeah. Also, I agree with her. I mean,
Nobody's gonna want to pay
Watch it be-
$400 to test it out when there are gonna be other VR rigs that are gonna be like half that price.
I want to say 10 years is before I'll start looking for VR to be where it needs to be at that price point.
Oculus is, I think, talking to Microsoft about bringing the technology there because Microsoft's not doing their own; they're doing augmented reality. So
Oh God, Microsoft. As long as they're careful with it and they hold their own patent, because seriously, if you let Microsoft get a hold of that, they're going to be like, let's slap an M on it, and then it's going to cost you $180 a year to use it.
no, Microsoft learned the hard way with the Xbox One that you can't outprice your competitor and based on your name expect to sell it. That's why the Xbox had to have the temporary price drop that ended up being a legit price drop, like forever.
Yeah, I just.
What am I doing? I'm just hanging out in your chair. What's wrong with this?
You're
I'm having a party
lying.
in this chair and it's Fred's. It's mine now. It's mine. It's gonna go back to me.
Can you
to
stop
me.
shaking it?
Alabama. What?
Can you stop?
Why?
You're rubbing my leg.
I'm rubbing your leg. Another reason we can't sit together
I'm
when we
trying to like sit
podcast.
all comfortable, and you're just like,
I'm fidgety. I've had caffeine.
I know, fidgety
Good to
grip.
go. I hate you.
Rift is $350 and Xbox will support, but not VR.
Just like a large TV.
That would be neat. I mean, I'd be able to just throw it on, play Xbox.
Well, I imagine with the augmented reality, like the HoloLens that they were developing and everything, a lot of what they will do with it eventually, is going to give you a HUD on your VR or your AR instead of your.
I mean, that'd be really fucking neat. Be able to, like, if I'm talking about Halo 3, but being able to have like your shield up here, you kind of like look up and then.
Yeah, because it would feel more
had
like
some sort of small aspect where you could turn your head and have your character look around. So.
Yeah.
I'm not looking too much for virtual reality, but augmented reality is definitely.
I think virtual reality will get there, but I think
we should start with augmented reality. You know,
I don't even know where we should start really.
HUDs. And
I know there are companies developing VR games currently that are getting on the bandwagon and everything, but I think we really have to see at a better price point than $400 whether or not a lot of people are going to be into it.
Yeah, it shouldn't cost as much as a console.
Really, Red? You couldn't have put your phone on silent.
No.
Deus Ex reality. Oh man.
Like legit augments.
Woo.
Ooh.
Yes, please.
Rip.
Yeah. I would swap out. Like I would have an augmented
next thing you know, you'll turn into Wilhelm, your little bitty head on a big ass body, and get taken out by 4 Vault Hunters.
All of a sudden, Vault Hunters are a thing. Nice. I mean, if that's what's gonna bring about like the real world turning into Borderlands, then that's fine. I started a revolution. Let's do it.
Can you please bring the face hugger to PAX? It's already packed.
It will be.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yep.
So it can hug people.
Yeah.
We're all like playing with stuff.
That's mine.
It's Red's, and
it's mine. I was playing with it first.
Get off. What else do you want to talk about? I don't know. You want to talk about the voice actor thing?
Sure, yeah, because you know a lot more about that than I do.
Yeah, did they strike?
They are voting to strike. The vote doesn't end until the end of October, I don't think.
Okay.
That way everybody's got a chance to vote.
Well, that's good. And then they have to vote. This is you teaching them and me. So at the end of October, all the people who can vote will have voted, or who wants to vote will have voted?
Will have voted, yes.
Okay, and that's to strike from the guild?
That's for basically we're not doing any voiceover work at all. Video games, TV, cartoons.
Could you explain to everybody what's going on with that though? Because we have not discussed it on there. Why would they strike? That would be the
well, we talked a little about it when they first had this discussion. Like the contracts for all of the voice actor people came up at the end of last year. Basically anything that had been previously written into their, like, basically it's Screen Actors Guild is what they're part of, and anything that had been written into their contracts with their employers all came up for renewal essentially last year. And so their employers were like, hey guys, we would like to continue to treat you pretty much like second-class citizens, and also add in all of these other clauses that are also going to make you, pretty much useless. I mean, we still want to pay you, like, dick money for it, but we want you to do more work. Like, there was a clause that they wrote in that was basically saying that if you're part of the Screen Actors Guild, then you have to audition for everything that we as your bigger employers send your way. And if you don't, we can discredit you from the guild, because that's how this is going to work. Not to mention the fact that they don't have to tell you what you're auditioning for. Like, you get a script in the mail, and it can just be like, we need you to read this bit about a baby crying. Fine, we'll go with what Oak's doing. You don't know what the game is, you don't know what the plot is, you don't know anything about it, but you have to audition for it, because we said so. Or even if it's a bit part, you're like, I'm Troy Baker, I don't have time to do background voices on the subway for this one, commercial. But,
So is it possible for them to break off and still be voice actors, or is it impossible? Or
the problem is companies have contracts within the guild. Like, basically, like, all of your bigger companies, Sony, Microsoft, all of those are like, we will use from the Screen Actors Guild. It is an agreement. Probably there's monetary stuff involved in that, where it's like, this is where we will pull our people from, unless it's, this sort of game. So it's going to be this small, or things like that. And then you can pull from whoever. But that's your first choice, and it's going to be your best choice, because those are the people with, all of your training, all of your schooling. People are like Nolan North and Troy
like,
Baker.
I'm like the big ones, if Nolan and Troy and all of that kind of like, we're like, fine, if they want to be like that, so we'll all pull out, and then they
so basically
companies are going to get hurt by the screen actors being like,
we're just not going to do
were
this.
The companies have anything to do with the clauses, or were the companies just kind of like this, and the Screen Actors Guild were like, we're going to rewrite this?
It's basically all of the big companies going, this is what we want our actors to do.
Okay, so it is Sony and Microsoft and all of them.
It's
telling
like
them
figureheads
what they want.
for them, not exactly them directly. It gets really weird when you start looking at it like that, and you're like, who is even they? But it's they. It's
Who
like
is
that mysterious.
The big head honchos making the real money. So
Randy Pitchford, which is Gearbox Software, said, I'm willing to work with voice actors about money. Normally we do upfront, but if you want to get paid after, we'll work with you. And one of the things that they're asking for that kind of contributes to it is basically voice actors get paid one lump sum.
Right.
And it's like a set fee. You're going to come in and do this much work. So regardless of how much it is, like you could come in and say, do 10 scenes and get, we'll say $3,500, and then you come in, or the guy next to you comes in and he has to do 15 scenes, but he also gets $3,500. Why?
But it's also based on the individual too. So like if Troy Baker
it's going to be a little based on that, but they don't pay a whole lot. Like just because he's Troy Baker doesn't mean he's making buku-doodles of money versus somebody a little less known like Tara Platt, who's going to come in and do the same amount of work but for a lot less. It's pretty close.
I would actually say that Tara Platt has to work harder to make the same amount of money Troy Baker does. I would think that from that standpoint, it's going to be. I mean, I don't know how the guild's set up because I'm not part of SAG, so I don't know exactly how the guild's set up. But what I would look at is the fact that from a business standpoint, I know like from a regular actor standpoint, like if I don't know, we use Tom Cruise for example. If Tom Cruise were to walk into a movie set and start acting, he might work, I don't know, 40 hours total on the entire film and make as much money as somebody that might have worked 80 hours.
Yes.
Because he's Tom Cruise.
That happens a little, but the pay scale is much closer.
Right.
In voice
I don't disagree
acting.
with that. I think it would be like...
So it'd be like Troy doing 15 scenes and making $4,000 for it, and Tara coming in and doing 20 scenes and making $4,000 for it. She does, she's lesser known, she's got to do more work for it, but the pay is still close. It's not like they're asking her to do, 60 hours worth of work, whereas he's doing 10 and they're making like buku-doodles of difference. But one of the things that they do want, that the voice actors have tried to put into, basically they're in negotiations for all of this, and one of their negotiations were bonuses, because when games launch, studio execs get bonuses for how many units are sold. And what they wanted was you to get your base fee when you do the game. If the game sells 2 million units, which is when games start to turn real profit, then the actors that are in it get a bonus. And they set it up in their agreements to only be able to get 4 bonus bumps. So you get bonuses at 2 million copies sold, 4 million copies, 6 million, and 8 million capping out. So if it sells more than 8 million, it goes to sell like 20 million copies. They don't get any more than that 8 million cut off. So they might get like, an extra... They get 4 extra payouts, basically. But they're not huge.
Well, I'm going to play a devil's advocate on that one as well.
Okay.
From the business standpoint. Okay, so you've got your 4 bonuses that you've got set up based on, let's say, like you said, 1 million, 3 million, whatever it happened to be, right?
Right.
All right. Here's the problem I see with that from a business standpoint. Because of the fact they do have a lump sum that they're given. So you've agreed on something. So let's say I'm bringing Troy Baker in and I'm saying, okay, buddy, we're going to do 20 scenes and I'm going to pay you $8,000 to do it.
Right.
Okay. So he comes in, he acts, does everything that's on there. The game rocks. We send 10 million copies and he makes, his bonuses, everything that he needs to have. Right.
Right.
So now same company, but smaller game.
Right.
Put Troy's name on it. Bring in, give him $8,000 that's on there. The game tanks.
Then he doesn't make anything extra off of it.
Then he doesn't make anything extra on it. But it's not because of his voice acting that caused the problem. It's all the mechanics, everything else is on there.
Right.
So eventually what's going to end up happening is your big name people, Troy Baker, Nolan North, all that stuff, their little parts that they've always done are going to go away. because now you're bringing in poor quality. You don't give so what it ends is EA, Activision, all these larger companies are going to end up winning the battle of video games. Because
as a smaller indie studio, you're not going to be able to afford Troy Baker anyway. So
well, yeah, but your smaller games, you could. You see what a difference is? So you turn around and you go, okay, well, I'll give for an example. You've got Ubisoft that has their, like when they did Child of Light and they did the one with World War II, whatever it was. If one of those had been a big name actor that's on there in the series, they're not going to sell a lot of that game. But it's a beautiful game. A lot of people like the game. They did sell more than they thought they were going to.
Right.
Was up for both games were up for a lot of awards, that type of thing. But it's more of an artistic part of it, right? So I believe that what Troy and Nolan and and John and everybody does different does really well is the fact that it is an art form. It's really hard to voice act.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody thinks, it's hard to act without being able to actually act. And so you're having to create a character that's not really there. And I think what's going to end up happening is that you have a possibility of them not doing the indie film, if you will, if you want to do it from the movie standpoint, because they're not going to because they're going to be looking for that bonuses on the backside of it. So I think the pay raise needs to come up per person and not necessarily the bonus side of it. Does that make sense?
But then the execs and everybody already get the bonuses anyway, so I mean, I don't understand. It feels like you're expecting them to still be treated kind of like secondary.
No,
things.
I'm not wanting them to be secondary. What I'm saying is from a standpoint. I get it. It's their job. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like Nicolas Cage, who is not one of the greatest actors ever, still makes a shit ton of money. But one of the best movies he ever did was Adaptation, and with it, he did a great acting job on it. But it was an indie film, and you've got a lot of people that do major films to make their money, but then they turn around and they go back to what they're good at. And I don't think that there's that in the gaming industry. You see what I mean? Like they enjoyed the acting part of it. They might do a fantastic job acting, but they're not going to make their money off that movie, with actual movies. And there's got to be a happy medium in gaming, and I don't know that there is. And I could be completely wrong. It could be one of those things where Nolan goes, "Fuck you, I make $10 million off this one, but my buddy owns a studio over here, and I'm going to go do his voice acting for him because if I know if I put my name on it, he might get 500,000 more sales, and I want to help him."
Yeah, but
out.
that's again you picking and choosing what roles you want to audition for. I mean, if you see a script come across that's from a smaller game studio and they're like, we're not gonna be able to pay you a fuck ton of money for this, you understand? But say Nolan read the script and thought, holy shit, this really speaks to me on a level. I'm okay with that because I'll make my money off of big game A over here that I'm going to get my payout for and probably at least another payout afterwards because it's going to be selling 2 million, 6 million, 8 million copies. I mean, I don't really see why that should even be an issue.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. But I mean, and I get it. Like in SAG's case, they're being douchebags and saying, hey, you're going to do what we tell you to do. But the problem I have with it is a union.
Yeah.
So as a member of a union, you get to decide what it is that you want to do.
Well, that's why they're voting to go on strike. The whole union needs to agree on something like that so that they all...
I agree, but the problem is the union itself that they're part of is not just voice actors. And so that's the problem they're going to have is because you have people that are movie actors that it's not going to affect them. So why do they vote? You see what I mean? That's where you run into the problems because...
Yeah, but I'm sure even within the guild, it's probably divided up into sections, though. Like, I'm pretty sure that they're not expecting, Tom Cruise and, all of those people to come and vote on whether or not voice actors should... It's probably not going to take that into account at all. It's going to be these people have signed up under this, subsection of the guild. They're all part of the Screen Actors Guild, but they're like, Screen Actors Guild, subsection voice acting. I mean...
I can see that.
I don't know. It's just...
I mean, it frustrates me because
it's
like
frustrating for me.
Because we have a lot of we have a lot of very talented actors that are in the industry itself, and to turn around and say, hey, you need to go do this job because we told you to is fucking stupid.
Well, and that's one of the things that we talked about. I think you were AFK about it, but gaming companies, when they send out the audition scripts, don't have to tell actors what they're auditioning for. You just get a script that's like, here's a scene, you're a guy who's trying to comfort a baby. You're like, so is this a game about the guy and the baby, or is this just a throwaway scene that you want me to use to audition with? What's the name of the game? They don't tell you anything. It's, here's your script, go read it.
I think they should definitely give you a little bit more detail on that.
Well, that's one of the things that they're trying to put into the negotiation stipulations is we'd like to have detail on what we're auditioning for.
I think they should also have it's like, here's a part for you, read it, look it over, do you like it, go audition for it.
And I mean,
if you
I'm
don't
sure
like
that-
it, pass it off to one of your co-voice
I'm sure that
actors.
sometimes,
But somebody
you'll
needs
call
to
up
do
a
it.
company, like, say you're Troy Baker's agent, and you're like, okay, I got this script for Troy to read, but we don't know what it's about. Can you give me some details? And I'm sure it's up to the discretion of whoever's making the game as to whether or not they're going to give you a whole lot about it, but they're not required to is the problem. They're not required to tell you anything. They could be like, no, show up to the audition. We don't give a fuck. Read this.
Well, here's the thing, too, is all these voice actors have agents.
Yep.
So it almost eliminates the agent.
Well, that's the thing is their agents
Pretty
are the
much.
ones that can't turn down things anymore. And it means that their agents will suffer. Like, one of the things the industry wrote into the contract now that they're trying to fight against is that if you are being quote-unquote inattentive, it does not define what inattentive means, but if you are being inattentive during one of your sessions, not only do you get discredited and thrown out of the union, your agent does too. So your entire agent and their agency loses all of their shit because, you took a second to look at your phone in some downtime, but the director thought you were being inattentive?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and there's a battle that's been going on in that industry for a long time, and the one that I know about in the top of my head is, just like you have the SAG where you have the actors, the Screen Actors Guild in the first place. There's also one that's the directors actually have their own guild as well. So you have two separate guilds for a community has to work together, right?
Working together.
Yeah, right? But here's the problem. In 1977, there was a movie that came out in May of that year that is one of the most popular movies of all time, and it actually became the highest grossing movie at that particular time, which was Star Wars, right?
Okay.
All right. George Lucas, the producer and director of the movie, actually got kicked out of the Directors Guild because he actually did not put the credits at the beginning of the movie for each one of the actors.
Right.
Instead, he started it, and all of the stuff was at the end. If you remember old movies before the 70s,
Had like everything at the beginning.
everything was at the beginning, right? But he changed the culture. And I think that's what's great about this is the fact that you've got some people that we respect the hell out of for what it is they have to do it looks like they might end up changing the culture of that. And so it's fucking strike. That's what I say to this.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
and I mean, I've had the argument tossed up, it's only going to hurt the voice actors that are striking because voice actors are a dime a dozen. Well, yeah, sure, voice actors are a dime a dozen, but that video that we linked to earlier with Rinse Repeat, the shower game, that's what kind of voice acting you can look forward to. Because, yeah, sure, they're dime a dozen, but
hey,
can
will
you
rub
get
my
my
butt?
nips? I mean, that's what you're looking
to
for.
be fair, though, I think most companies are going to have a bigger budget than $5.
A bigger budget,
And
sure,
ask
but
their
you don't
brother to
have
come
the
in and be
great-
like, well, say these words for me.
Yo, man, can you get my nips?
Yeah,
That-
I think you
What?
can afford somebody
have
for
to add an
$50
inflection, though.
better.
Yes, it's the inflection.
Like a voice actor for $50, you'll get better acting than that.
Can I sign up for the SAG and just go ahead and get a job for the fall? That'd be fantastic.
Like that's not even like a reasonable argument. Like you go to one of the lower kind of games that have sold. You can't use that one because that guy just asked his brother to come over
Yeah, but
for like a
to be
pizza
fair,
and a pop.
Okay, fine. Let's go AAA. AAA voice actors that are not necessarily part of the guild, that are new people, fresh. Assassin's Creed 3.
Some people
That is
love
why
that
I have not
game.
finished the game. Yeah, you can love the game and it's mechanically, it's sound. It's as sound as any of the other Assassin's Creed games. And I'll even tell you a good point about it. They let me pet the animals. I mean, I don't fucking care. That's a fucking selling point for me. You let me walk around town and pet the
Hey,
goddamn dogs.
All right, Metal Gear Solid 5 not only has Troy Baker in it, you have a dog that you can pet.
Still not gonna play it.
All right, I'm just trying. I'm just trying.
And see, even the
That's
voice
not for
actor
the
can't
voice
even sell a
acting,
game,
though.
though. And she loves Troy Baker, and she still won't buy Metal Gear Solid 5.
Because that's like 6 hours of frustration before I snap the disc.
And then
in
it
half.
goes back to even if it has great actors, you still won't care about the title. Like, it doesn't matter who you get.
That's not necessarily true.
You don't like Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay, fine. I would be more willing to try it because Troy Baker's in it than if it did not have him in it.
But you're still not going to play it.
I could.
Could, should, would, but aren't going
That
to.
would be interesting to see to watch like Griff try to like sneak around Metal Gear Solid style in a cardboard box.
Yeah, right. Then she
Alright,
comes
fine.
over through the other
Well,
room and just hits the
When we
hits
get
the
home,
controller.
we'll put it on our GameFly queue, and I will
think it's already on our
motherfucking stream
GameFly
it. Fine,
queue.
I'll stream it.
Oh boy, that's good.
Wow.
I'll fucking stream it. It'll be a bunch of me getting frustrated. I'll probably throw something. Things
Everybody
will
that
be
was
broken.
there doing.
But I'll motherfucking play it. This
Kingdom-
conversation, I will play that fucking game.
Chicken, what you need to do
No, don't worry.
is make sure you go to the liquor store and buy like 3 bottles of Elijah Craig. So she
I'll
has
get
it
Kraken.
up now.
And 2 bottles of Kraken.
Yeah,
Right.
2
Make
bottles
it,
of Kraken.
You know,
Yeah.
That'll last for the whole game.
maybe.
It's game 6 hours, 5 bottles of liquor. She should be good.
Let's make it an even 6, and we'll just do 1 bottle an hour.
If it goes anything like your fight in Kingdom Hearts.
It'll be great.
Oh,
It'll be great. That's only an hour and a
It'll
half
be
of one
great.
fight. It's on YouTube.
oh my goodness! You ever want to see her get really mad? Go look at our YouTube. I get scared just thinking about it.
I was
That's why
frustrated.
Chicken tries to behave.
Spunky said he'd do voice acting for Gearbox for free.
He could be one
See,
of the
again,
psychos.
voice actors would pick out stuff that they like and take the pay cut for it because, hey, I like this role or I like this company and it's what we're doing, man.
Yeah, some companies or some do that.
And I have
but, I mean,
time.
that kind of goes back to you don't have to force them to do that. But sometimes you got to be like, somebody needs to do this. And
Somebody
not
needs to
everybody's
do-
allowed to be like, I don't
Yeah,
want
but
to do
didn't you
this.
just say you could go get your, like, bro friend for $50 to come do it?
Not
Okay,
if you got
fine.
like an
It was
Ubisoft,
his brother.
not like an
His brother.
Ubisoft game, and you don't like the company. Like none of this is a theoretical situation. Nobody likes the company, and nobody likes the game idea. Nobody's gonna do it. So they're basically just sitting there going,
Somebody's got to make a paycheck.
sitting there like, somebody's got to come do this, and everyone else is like, somebody. The Screen Actors Guild is just basically like, we can't force them to do it, so
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
you gotta go
shouldn't
get
be
a
able to
pizza
be
and a pop
forced
and
to
pay
get-
somebody, some hobo to come in and read some
But,
scripts.
okay, so it's that awful? It's that
Yeah.
god-awful? Don't make
Have
that
you seen
game.
Ubisoft games?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If either one of you, all right, or any of us, actually got a call from somebody right now, because none of us are voice actors, right? But they heard
Right.
our voice on this awesome podcast that we do each
Beautiful.
week.
Can you do this?
Yeah, they're like, "Can you do this?" And you read the script. Are you turning the script down? Let's say it's absolute shit. Like
Okay, cool,
seriously,
Yeah.
somebody wiped this and handed it to you. Okay, it was that bad. And so you're looking at it and you're going,
No.
right, because your principles stand behind that, right?
Yeah, well, and the thing is I want to be able to work in the industry again. You know, if somebody wants to offer me a role in general, it doesn't mean like, oh my god, somebody wants to use my talent, I should be super flattered and do this, because no.
I'd
If
be
you
super
do a
flattered if
shitty
somebody
game, it's
wanted-
kind of like doing porn and then expecting to be able to get into legit acting. It's like, everybody's seen your asshole. No, you're not going to be in that AAA movie.
Yeah, but you can always do more porn. I mean, seriously, to be fair though, porn stars make a lot of money.
I'm quitting. I
I
can't
mean,
talk.
a lot of
Look
money.
at how much shit they have to take.
They usually don't. It's not shit that they usually take, unless you're commenting on a specific video. So
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, like...
yeah, you just went there. You're like, you opened it up for everybody.
Griff goes,
You
"Hey, y'all
opened
need
up
to
the
make
can of
sure that
worms."
you watch exactly what it is you say. There's certain things we don't want on the show. By the way, we've seen your asshole." Jesus. Where's
Yeah,
Ivy when you need her?
right there.
Nips.
Man, you get after me for saying shit. And she just comes right out. She's like, yeah. I don't even want to repeat what you said. Like, seriously?
Yeah, Ivy's talking about Tracy Lords. Also, Jenna Jameson made it in that world, and then there's one more that I can't think off the top of my head that was in the movie Girlfriend. Just saying. There's 3
There's a movie
in the
called...
history
Okay,
of porn.
here's how great
well-
the movie is. It's called Girlfriends, and I've never heard of it.
Girlfriend.
Okay,
was
still
an
never
indie
heard of
movie.
it.
It was an indie movie. She
Okay,
made more
but that's
money
the
in
thing
porn
though,
than
is
she
you
did
didn't
for that.
you didn't break into AAA, so
Oh God. And then there's
We know what group watches
Ron
now.
Jeremy, which everybody knows him.
Yeah, but I think the only reason that he's ever able to do anything outside of porn and be successful with it is because, like,
They know
the
how big
reputation.
his-
Yeah, like, it's yeah.
It's what? What? Do you want to? Do you want to go there?
Red
Do you want to go
giggling in
about
the
his
background.
reputation?
No, just leave me alone.
That just made him giddy.
Oh my god.
His
I killed
conversation
him.
just went. Pew.
He did.
We went through like this whole serious phase. We're talking about all this serious business
I know, right? Then
stuff,
you had to
and
bring
then
up the thing.
the thing, porn.
thing.
I brought up porn. Can you not even say it?
No, I wasn't talking
Nope.
about porn. I was talking about the other subject that you brought up.
What?
In that sense.
I don't think I've ever seen chicken this red before.
It's the
It's
Oh,
partially
really?
the lighting in the room.
yeah.
I thought it was because red's behind him. I didn't figure out.
See, I look more red back here, and more weight right there. Red is dying. Look at him.
Oh man, this is just.
Oh Lord, have mercy. It's just, I gotta breathe at this particular point in time.
That's okay. We're pretty much done with the show now. I think I killed everything. So.
Good way to
you
kill
know.
things. I am continuing Until Dawn tonight, which by the way I did not talk earlier in the about how that was going. It is actually a pretty good game. I should be done with it tonight based on everything I'm seeing in the movie game thing. So that should be pretty nice. And so I'll start that again at 9 p.m. Eastern. But
Okay.
yeah, just letting everybody know.
We will not be there because we will be places.
We'll be
Yeah,
dealing with
I know.
everything.
I know what you got going on. We're good.
Sorry.
It's all right. I about died in a truck this week, so we're
Oh,
good.
man.
Hey, but you didn't. You're still alive.
Yeah, I'm still
Oh my
alive.
god, the construction. Like, I know nobody cares, but you personally, I will tell you, the drive
Please
up
do we
here.
not have to discuss any more construction?
Construction. The drive up here is supposed to take like 10 hours. It was 12.
Oh, it's
Thank
10
you,
to
every
Ohio.
state. Yeah, 10 hours to Ohio, which is where we stopped the first time. It took us 12 hours to get there because
my
every
God.
state is doing it. Like, you'd get 50 feet where it'd be like construction ends, and you could see from like end construction zone sign that you were about to pass where the next construction started. And you're like,
It's like
why did you
construction
even
zone
put that up?
ends.
Just leave it. Just,
Begin of
Government
work
grants
zone.
into December, I guess. I don't know. It's
God,
you're gonna
it's
have it all done by
awful.
December.
Oh,
it's
my
awful.
goodness.
Yeah, Ivy tried to help. She was
Yeah.
keeping Chicken entertained
In-
via text stuff while we were
Intern
driving.
was keeping Grif entertained.
Can she send me whatever it was he was sending in a text to keep me entertained? I'm just saying.
Get out of here
no,
now.
you stay out here. This,
No.
this is my stuff.
Land of the orange cones.
That's
Yeah.
right. She played with me the other night in Destiny. I had a good time. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Anyway,
Oh.
each and every. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
was just gonna say there won't be any Saints Row this week as well because I'm here and I can't edit them and upload them from here. Sorry. That'll have to wait too. But I'll put up like 4 next week. How about that?
That'll work. That'll work.
You remember that?
Yes!
That is the worst. By the way, this is just off the record. That is the worst fucking
He
golf
says on
site
live stream.
I
Yeah.
have ever fucking seen.
There was a golf sign that had the big, like the cup for it and everything, and it's huge on the sign with a wording above it that says, "Are our holes big enough for you?"
No.
Yeah, I was
The
like,
marketing.
like I had
The
to stop and like
marketing.
kind of keep thinking, did I read that right? There's no way I read that right. I swear I didn't read that right. And I looked at her and I was like, she's like, did you read that? I was like, I'm not actually sure if I did. And she's like, did it say, are our holes big enough for you? And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it said that.
I think that was in Kentucky, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Good job, Kentucky. Good
Oh
job.
my goodness.
Way to be, Kentucky.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you can do your wrap up now. That was just too good not to share.
We do appreciate each and every week that you hang out with us. Make sure you check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/InfiniteResPC. Check me out personally at MDB Oak Tree. You can check out Grif.
At Griff Slanum.
Check out Chicken.
And Elite Chicken through and through.
Check out Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
You can check us out here. If you're listening to the audio, make sure that you get on twitch.tv and find us at Infinite Respawn PC. We're here, I promise. We're just about here every day with the exception of when
This
things
week.
happen. And you can't be here every day. So, but I am there every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, trying to play something, get away from my family. Play something, and enjoy and have a great time. You can also check us out on YouTube Or you can check us out on Facebook as well. Again, Infinite Respawn PC. Don't forget Steam. We do have a Steam group as well, Infinite Respawn PC or IR Gaming. And then, of course, the important one, which is InfiniteResPC.com. It is now fixed. You can join the forums, get on there, check us out, have a great time. We'll be, just chilling, doing what we're supposed to do, which is, answer questions, do all that type of stuff. I'm not on there as often as I'd like to be, just because I'm working my tail off right now. And other than that, everybody else is, usually, with the exception of Chicken and Grif, because they're doing stuff this week.
Sorry.
We're far,
That's all right.
far away.
But you can talk to Ivy and Ollie and Snitty and all them. So
Yep. Everybody else. Everybody but us.
Ollie's staying up late.
Everybody. So make sure that you get on there and follow us on here. We're here a lot. We like to have a good time, chill out for a little bit. We don't care where you're at in the world. Wraith, who's one of our best friends when it comes to this podcast especially, is in Ireland. So he listens to us every week and shows up at the beginning of this show. So, we appreciate him. And everybody... Are you petting each other? What?
Oh,
It's on live.
petting Red.
It's live.
I know.
Oh.
Got to give Red love back there.
No,
I know,
leave
right?
alone.
I know, right?
It's like the first and only time you guys will ever see Red on the podcast.
Oh.
Well, you may see him again sometime, but the first time at least.
Yeah, see him, yes. They've heard him before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he
never
was
heard
on
of
the
him
podcast
before.
In my
last
basement.
year.
It's a joke. All right.
All right,
yeah,
We're
then.
gonna go there.
I forgot about that one.
I keep trying to ban, and I can't. I don't have
ban.
I don't have the button for it. Sorry. Anyway, carry on. Say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
We don't have any outro music.
Bye.
Sorry.
Bye.
Pretend there's music here. There will be on the audio.
Dance. All right. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.